Holy shit. Alright, I'm going to attempt to get the Yugoslavian achievements today. Those will be the Yugoslavia one, by conquering Austria, Hungary, Romania, and Bulgaria. So I have to pretty much take up all of this, which Italy and Germany all have claims on, so I'm going to have to join the Comintern, which should allow me to do this one by starting World War II. I gotta be part of the Allies. I believe the Allies will allow communist nations in their faction. Might have to go like... I put a democratic demagogue or whatever, a reformer. So I might have to do this. Because I already have the this for communism support, so I might have fucked myself on that one right there. But we can at least get this one. A production license from. I need it. I could still do this one right there. This needs 5 to 7. Could probably get one from the UK, from the US, from the Soviet Union, France, and maybe Japan. I don't know. Industrialized. Industrialization, we're gonna need that. I think what I'll do as well is go to partial mode or change from volunteer to limited conscription early on, just to get this manpower up even further. Okay then. That is caused by an abusive thing I did earlier to get some things done. Lovely. We're gonna get that, because we're gonna need that for the field hospitals and stuff. I'm definitely gonna do mass assault. I think is what I'm gonna go do. Just because I'm not gonna have the ability to rely on a whole lot of guns and stuff, so I'm gonna have to try to overwhelm my enemy's manpower. I won't recon. I think I'll start light tanks. Definitely gonna need planes. So I'll do that. Training, because what my goal is to let me do this first of all. I'm just going to name this spam. So what you can do is you can train your units to get Army XP, and then 5 points apiece. Remove all these down to remove these as well, just to have one infantry division, and you could train a crap ton of those. And then what you do is when those train, you can then convert them to your bigger template. So all that'll do is let you get divisions out a little faster. Mountaineers are pretty good training. see. I've never played Yugoslavia before, so I have no idea what kind of generals they have. Let's see. That one would be pretty good. So it only starts with this many up front. It looks like we're just gonna go communist, so fuck it. Might as well help that out a little bit. I'm a little worried about that right now. I can start influencing Soviet Union for opinion ratings, so when they have the common turn, I believe they start with, thankfully. I'll be able to join that. Make it a little easier to justify against Romania. But I'm going to need a little bit more manpower than that. Fuck, I didn't want to. Well, okay, well. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to click on the little plus to check out his traits. Definitely gonna need oil. Lacking in pretty much every major resource outside of aluminum and chromium. We're going to have to trade for tungsten. That's Portugal. The iron I can get from. I guess I get it from the British Raj right now because I shouldn't have pissed the Allies off too much. We shall see though. Oh, did I just fucking do twice? Yeah. Steel. That from the Soviet Union. Alrighty. So that. Expand the mining. Definitely not gonna be playing this all day though. This is a time-consuming monstrosity. We will do that. Hopefully that'll help me not have to trade for tungsten. Kind of wish you were allowed to use certain mods in single player that weren't just like template conversions to make them look better or whatever, because there's some mods that kind of do the whole infrastructure thing a little bit better in this game. Like they have the, like Where the 56 I believe is one of them that adds steel and aluminum mills you can build, so that if you're a nation that does not have a whole lot of steel aluminum, you can make up for that deficit, because you're going to need those two the majority of things. You're going to need rubber as well, but you should be able to gain that from synthetic factories. So if you had the steel and aluminum mills, you could make up for steel, aluminum, rubber, and oil, and the only things you'd have to end up conquering for or developing land for would be tungsten and chromium. Instead, they got rid of the oil thing up here, and it goes in the field now. There we go. That's done. Let's go ahead and start the second. Go to engineering. Get that. Let's get this oil. And we'll have to do the rubber afterwards. Alright, now that we're that, let's see if it'll let me join the common turn. So I can be a little less scared of Russia. Or Romania. Unfortunately, I believe is it Turkey that guarantees Romania and Romania guarantees Czechoslovakia? I think is what the deal is. That's Greece guarantee. Okay, so I'll have to get an army to push into Greece and Romania. We'll see if Turkey actually ends up joining that war. If so, maybe if the Russians let me in the common turn, that won't be too big of an issue because then they'll be able to do that. What I'm gambling on is that the Allies this early in the game will not get themselves involved in this whole matter. As long as the world tension stays below, I think it's like, what is it, like 35% for like France or something like that? I don't know. It's 50% or 100% for the US, so as long as I don't get to 100%, I gotta worry about them. Unless Japan does something to attack them. I believe they usually do in a focus. Although if Germany were to attack Poland, usually the AI lets Germany take Austria and Czechoslovakia, and then the minute they attack Poland, that starts, World War II, of course. Alrighty. I know there's an optional path right here, but I need to, I believe I need to conquer those, so. That right there. Should help quite a bit. Might just end up putting the rest of my training, I don't know. I don't really mess around with this a whole lot because usually I don't play this single player. I play this with friends. Okay, so where's that light? Right here. I'm gonna separate you from the rest. Because I'm not gonna build these shitty light things I have right now. Here. I normally would do that, but I think I'm going to do this. Oh, got enough time now. Got some extra civilian factories I can use. I'll go ahead and we'll get rubber from the Dutch. And we'll just up this to 2 factories. That's going to kind of slow down our production, but our building. I don't know what this does. This is the first time I've ever done Yugoslavia, so I don't know if this is going to break Croatia into its own thing. I might wait on that. Alright, so I've got 12, so I can go to my spam. We'll go ahead and move these ahead of, I got those take 10. I'll slide that back. These take 5. Save right there. These 2 divisions right now, the slightly bigger ones. They're probably the cavalry are cheaper. Do this, get some oil hopefully. This here, put on all that. Let's see, we have offensive, morale, defense. I've done this once with another nation. I put a defense, I think it was China. I put a guy that had like I think 10% for defense, but then they had another general you could put on their military staff that had like plus 15% attack, something like that. So I kind of got the best. I think I'm gonna do this for now, because when I attack Romania, there's no way I'm going to be able to push into them. I'm going to rely on the Soviets. Crossing my fingers that they join. Definitely going to do slight tank now. I think there's a faster way to do this, but I don't know what it is. I am going to need to build these convoys. It'll help trading. You're also going to need quite a bit in the naval invade and things like that. I got a feeling I'm probably gonna fail this first time, because I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea at all what I'm doing for Yugoslavia. I could do civilian or military. Well, I don't really need the military factors at this moment, but I do need these. The more civilians, the better, in my opinion. You can have a really big military while relying on very few military factories, as long as you kind of have limited production of things. If you don't real-life Germany yourself and have 8,000 different production variants of the same vehicle, you'll end up being fine in this game. Oh, I can drop down. How come I keep overlooking this? I can drop down 2 more. There we go. Combine these all into one. Look at that. Now, if you speed these up right here, they won't be fully trained, and they'll have to gain that XP. It'll take a little while to build that back up. You wait for them all the way. They'll start out at full level 1, and they'll rank up faster, or it'll be quicker. Oh yeah, this is a lot cheaper. Only requiring not too much. The next thing I need to do is bump up my conscription. Because right now I have a communist bonus that gives me 2%. But if I can increase this to the limited conscription, which is additional 2.5, I get even more. See, I have a pretty 14 million. I got a pretty good man pool, but unfortunately I think it's only like, yeah, it's only 30% of that. So. But Yugoslavia and Romania kind of remind me of Poland. As Poland, if you're playing as any of these nations, if you let them sit there until like 1939, even not like 1940, let's say, it'll be such a pain to kill them because it'll be so far ahead. Let's see. I think these are all research bonuses, like tank conversions. Oh, that one's all right. Okay. For artillery, might do that one because I am researching the mass assault doctrine. So this one, I'll do that because Croatia has to become a puppet later. That other one will help me keep them. Definitely gonna do this. The only thing is, do I even get the auction? So I'll be able to get 2 more, no, 3 more. Okay, okay. I need 187. This is really weird that Yugoslavia is odd. Usually they're 150. The US is pretty expensive though. Usually they're 150. 187 is kind of an odd number. I think I'm just going to solely focus on these 2 right now. This is, I don't know. I think this is more efficient as doing the naval strikes than the close air support, but I might as well just keep myself limited to 2 planes instead of building 4 different planes. Nuclear weapons, by the time I get those, I can sort of, if I have lived that long enough to get nuclear weapons, I can do these later. Pocket defense. That's 400 days. So just add coastal forts and stuff, which is going to be helpful. I'll do diplomatic protest. I'm not sure what effect that's going to have, but find out. Go to my do that. Build some close air support. These things are going to be virtually useless against the Germans by the time I get a chance to attack them. I would probably go after Austria first, but my problem is that if you do that, when Germany does the Auschwitz, because it doesn't lock them out of it anymore, they'll go to war with you for it, to take it. So, I'm going to have to take Austria back later. I'm going to do this. Alright, I have enough points. Increase conscription. Next thing I'll do is go from civilian to partial mobilization. Oh, I can actually get a war economy. Oh, that's right, because I'm communist. And I have over 50% war support, but if I do this, it's going to free up civilian factories. Those are going to be converted costs and construction speed of military factories when I do decide to build them. It'll be a little quicker. One thing you can do with total mobilization is, you see how it takes 3% population away from you? What I like doing is, as Germany going to war, and then putting total mob on, and it takes that 3% away from me. But then you'll still start building up manpower after it does that again. And then when you need the manpower, drop down the war economy, and it'll free that manpower back up. Go ahead and do that. That'll help me drop these a little bit more. I can do 2. We're almost there. That 25 XP I get from completing this, I'm going to remove these with, because it's 10 apiece, and then finish these 2 up. This is also helping my units a little bit, so this is a win-win for me, to be honest. Also got another army going on here, if you see. Do they have a cavalry? No, they don't. What is his user? Okay, so this is just like offensive. I'll go ahead and put him on there. I feel like evil as shit. Go ahead and put this guy down here. Cavalry be quick. I'm gonna need speed to beat those motherfuckers. Also, I need to put the mountaineers down there. I need to start building some of them too. I think as I'm as I'm spamming divisions, I think that I'm going to I need to actually do this instead of that. Radar is good, but I have no use for it right now. Come on, give me that 25 XP. Supplies are looking good. Alrighty, so now we can get on here and remove this, and this, and one of these. So now what you can do is you screw that and we go bam. Oop. Do like 12 of these. We'll put them right there. There we go. I'm gonna do this because I need to get that what is it called? Something defense. Yeah, defense in depth. Like, that is, oh my god, look at that organization increase. Need that. Now I've seen people do this line, but I like doing this one as China because you can be an absolute fucking tumor because you have a crap load of manpower to pull from. But I think I'm gonna do this one because I'm going to need the organization and the reinforced rate. And, yeah, all that. I'm gonna have to. It's used to what you could do in this game is have like almost complete mechanization. But the only way, even as like a Germany or even as a Russia or an America, the only way to have complete mechanization is like a late game option. Just because of the cost of it, how fast they die if you don't have the proper things and you're behind technology, and that you'll always be low. Like I said, it's a late game thing. Now, what you can do is instead of having complete mechanization, what I'll start doing is building up a small surplus of tanks. And what I'll do is this won't be a pure light. Like, look at look at this tank division. Look at this. This is what the fuck. What I could do is I could go 2 light, and then when I get mediums, 2 mediums if I wanted to. Or I've seen people do 4 lights and then 2 like motorized infantry or things like that. It depends on what I want. What I have noticed though is that while if you're not going to go exactly quick, but if you do 2 lights, 2 mediums, and then 1 heavy, you give just enough like rigidness to your divisions, so they're not dying instantly. And I noticed it's a lot harder for the AI to push them, but there's other ways you can do that. That's probably not the most efficient way. It's probably not even the best way to do that. It's probably not even like a good strat, but I've had good luck with it. Now you see with the spam, look how quick they're training compared to even the horseman, which is a slightly smaller template. Let's do that. Drop this down to war economy. Supremacy defense. Like I was saying, there is a way to do, and then what you do, okay, so you built the 12 divisions here. So what you do next, you go up to this little double arrow here, you can change template. So I can't do that because those are considered special forces and I'm at my cap, but I can convert to infantry, and that's how much it'll pull. But as you can see, I cannot do that because that would sap what manpower I have. But I can do this right here. Now the horseman units, I just attach them down to that. And then they're going to have to build up supply and organization. But it should be fine. But you can do this, and what you can do, this is really more useful. It's really useful in general for all, but I like doing this as Germany, because what you can do is because you have national focuses that require a certain amount of manpower, like the Anschluss, I think, is like 500,000 or something like that, and then it goes like 750,000 or over 1 million for like certain other ones, I believe. What you can do is essentially bump up your army numbers. Because if you sit there and you're sitting here like a peasant and you're trying to train these right here, you're going to take 7,000 years and you're never going to have the military good enough to do this. But you can do this even the late game. So, oh shit, I have enough tanks, I need to spam a tank division. Just make your little spam division, plop them out, and then convert them to what division you want. Let them build up the equipment, and then send them to the front. It goes a lot quicker than trying to do it the other way. I need to take... This one is going to go over here. I'm going to go ahead and delete that because I hate having odd numbers. Alright, so now I can start... Oops. Oh! They lost a guarantee. Czechoslovakia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start... Let's find against them. That didn't make it go up much. 4%. But... no one's going to come and help them. Except for Greece. Turkey dropped their... Turkey independence is guaranteed, but you see, they're guaranteed by that and that. This will be a little bit of a fight, but I'm not planning with these horsemen to really push them, so to speak. They're just there to be meat shields to hold them. What am I building right now? Nothing? So what I can do for now is let's just do like... Oh, I don't want to do that, but that's fine. You can go right here and you can take it down. Do that right there. We get these logistics companies. Recon is very good, especially on tanks. And I can do that. I can start building the towed artillery will get a better production rate, which I can then attach to the infantry. There's that. What I'll do is I'll see what happens. I'll be 99. Ooh, I need a whole bunch. That's fine. I'm gonna do that. That. Give him that. Now you see, I'm gonna be behind 618 tanks. Do I have the steel to increase their production? I do, but I do not have the military factory. So I'm going to have to build a military factory. I do have the space force, so I'm going to have to do industrial integration. Or actually, you know what? I can convert one of these. Actually, I can do this. Yeah, remove that building. There you go. And I can up that. And as you see, I haven't really been messing with the artillery or the anti-air or the towed all that much. Because even though these are rank 1 ones, I'm going to keep a surplus of them before I start using them. So I have a decent surplus of them, so right now, if I were to get the rank 2 variants, I could just change the production and still have enough to fuel what little use of them I have, while the rank 2 ones start converting. But I'm not going to be too focused on that. I'm not gonna fuck with the Navy for now. I am gonna do this. Yeah, it's counting that as new technology. What do I have new over here? Gotta be something old. Yeah, it's that. It's all because of that abusive thing I did earlier. Kind of ahead and kept it out of my mind. Yeah, that'll be good. Oh, nice. It won't matter what the Germans really do right now, because a war with me will be a war with Russia. But I will, although that'd be a little hard to get on a common border. That's why I need to take out Romania. And these guys will just be horsemen as well. I don't have them for that. There you go, 24 right there. I have 3 armies in a short period of time. Yes, it's 1939, but I didn't start doing this until 38. So all I need to do is let the tanks build up. What am I low on? Steel. Huh. Every factory I give to the Soviet Union helps them. Which also helps me in turn. Let's go ahead and plug 3 on that. As you can see, I've almost converted all the light tanks that I already have out. Almost converted to the rank 2 ones, which was only that one template. But it's going to start going up. Infantry slowly converting. So I could do that. Whoa. Wait. Okay, so they're usually the drills are there. I don't know if they moved that reception. So get that and get even faster training times. But instead of doing that, I'm going to go ahead and do this for division speeds. Because I'm going to have to be moving quick. Ooh, that is not good what's going on with Italy right now. Because they get claims against me. Do that. Can't do this. This would help me if I was going into Allies and getting the, actually I don't need to be in Allies to get those licenses, do I? 4. Do I take that gamble and hope to get at least airplanes from France, from those 4 right now? Give me the licenses, that means I only need to get 1 from Soviet Union. I don't know if I'm gonna do that because I get that. I'll probably get that 5 out of 7 from as Sweden. This will give me extra military factories, which I'm going to need. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Oh man. Great. Okay. I'm not going to be be able to get that achievement, unfortunately. Yeah. Declared war on the Axis or allies while in either. Yeah, I can't do that one because you have to be in either one of those two. Okay. But I can still do this. I can just control everything. November or September 6th of 39. Coming up pretty quick. What do I do? What do I have here? Industry, up to the figurehead, Prince of Terror. Might do that Prince of Terror. It'll give me plus 2% for my non-core manpower. Okay. I'm going to leave these over here for now because I'm not sure. I'm going to get my organization supply back. I'm also going to do this right here and then cancel that. I'm not going to do anything with these yet because I might need to delete them for the slight bit of manpower I'll give them. Alright, so I'm going to declare war. And I'm going to hold the Soviet Union and pray to God. Yes, yes! Okay, so, but our enemies are, okay, they're not a faction yet, so, and that's this guy, yep. We're gonna go ahead and, I know I have an airport over here. I don't have a whole lot of planes, oof. Oof, oof, oof. Well, I guess I throw up whatever I have. I'm really going to be relying on that, on the Soviets, so that's for sure. One thing I might do is drop down the balance, because I'm not going to be sitting here like, oh, look, this, you know, I'm not going to be microing, because there's no point. Great. So we're at war with the Allies now. You know what, just to piss them off, yeah. Oh, stop. Let's see, so what I'll do with these, even though they're only one thick, is I'll then, damn it. I'm not going to put a guy on that just yet. I'm heavily going to have to rely on the Soviets, which I might lose territory. I might not be able to get this achievement, unfortunately, because I joined the Comintern. But I'm not sure how to beat any of these guys as Yugoslavia without having access or Comintern help, because I have to fully control their lands. So I might not be able to get these achievements, but this is just a test to this might be an enemy. Well, at least this was just a test. But see, oh my god, it's gonna take so long because now we have to go to war with the fucking allies. Well, this was a shit show, unfortunately. So, honestly, don't know what to do here. All the other ones are straightforward, but because I can't I can't justify against them early on in the game as non-aligned. Won't let me do it. Not enough tension and world support. So I somehow have to build a military capable of taking out these nations surrounding me, while at the same time not having to go to war with the allies. Which is kind of a pain in the fucking ass. Because in order to get this right now, I'm going to have to also go to war with the Axis, because I have no ability to do anything against the allies in this position. So we're going to have to take out the Axis, keep the allies out of Europe. On top of that, I'm going to have to keep my war score percentage high enough so that when the peace deal comes, Russia doesn't gobble up all this land, because that's what we'll do. Which, I don't know how I'm going to do this. This is actually going to be a harder achievement for me to get than the Georgia on mine. Because like all the other ones are fairly simple to do. Like even the South African ones. There's some other ones too. The Mexico one will be pretty hard, and the Australian ones. I think Australia, Yugoslavia, and Mexico are probably going to be the hardest achievements in the game, to be honest. Because I'm not sure how to do this. I don't think you can't, I don't think there's any way to beat Romania as Yugoslavia early on in the game. They have, I believe they start with more units and more manpower than you. And better supplies. So, I'm not sure how to do this and keep them from joining the Allies. It'd be a lot better if nations had to be, you know, I don't know. Sometimes bullshit happens in the game. Like, I believe one time I was playing as Russia. I believe I turned Greece communist. And I then attacked them. And they joined the Allies as a communist nation. I've even seen fascist nations. I swear to God, I've seen, I think it was Argentina and Venezuela in the Allies before as fascist nations. And Romania had a high democratic value, but they didn't have 50%. So I think it should be majority. Like if they're 55% democratic, they should be able to have to join the Allies. Have the option to. But what happens, especially since I fucked up and Germany attacked the fucking Polish, so then literally any nation that isn't aligned with either Comintern or Axis at this point is going to pretty much join the Allies. Sometimes Turkey, like sometimes the Middle Eastern nations will join the co-prosperity sphere, but well, that is AIDS. Like I think the biggest thing with all the other ones, it's so much easier to do all these other ones. Mostly because almost all the nations that they require you to play. That one's easy. That's pretty much that's easy. So just you can build 150 destroyers before 1940, if that's all you focused on. And this one would be pretty easy because you can get just all you have to do is own. I believe it's just a handful of districts, which is easy because if you join the Axis, you can get land from your. I believe it's from Yugoslavia. I think you get this. I think you can get part of Bulgaria as well too. That one will be easy. There's no time limit on it. It just requires you to build. So, and it doesn't say you need max rank, so you can just get the rank 1 stuff and just focus on that. Because Colombia really, South American nations really do shit. This one might be a little hard because you have to free yourself from Japan and annex them. But I found though, with Japan, especially in Asia, once you can push them out of Asia, like if you just push them off the Korean peninsula, They can't do shit afterwards. Because this is Russia once I attacked them. And all I did was push them all the way from out of Korea to the Chinese border. I didn't push into China. And the Chinese were able to push them out by themselves afterwards because they didn't have the supplies to beat them, even with controlling the coast. So that one you can do by doing what I said, by just doing the doing this. That one's a lot easier because you can have like fucking like 700,000, 7 million goddamn man plus as China. That one, see, the only way I could see you doing that is just staying with the Allies. The thing is, you have to be free. I would imagine, because I don't think as a puppet you can, or as a colony you can take land. So that one might not be too hard as long as you stay in the Allies. Just help them conquer it and keep enough war score to take this Hungary. That one isn't necessarily hard. You just need to have the land necessary, and you can join the Axis and get that land from France. Because if you join the Axis as Belgium, you can do that. Or you can stay in the Allies and just, you know, beat the Axis. Either way. I find staying with the Axis, though, will get you that, in my opinion, will get you that achievement a little bit more, because if you help them take this coast, all you have to do is pretty much garrison the coast and, as Belgium, and prevent the Allies from landing, because Germany can beat Russia, even though like the game tries to stay kind of historical. If the Germans never have the Ally issue, they can. I've seen it. This happened the other game I was playing as the U.S. They beat them. They beat the Russians because no one came to really help the Russians. So that one can could be kind of painful. That one's actually doable because Czechoslovakia in the beginning of the game can fucking curb stomp Germany. That one's a lot more doable than you think of. You just have to do it right. I could see doing this right here by going communist early on, because no one's going to come help Germany. No one will help. The only person that might help Germany would maybe be Hungary, but usually Hungary doesn't like joining. Like even right now, Hungary is not part of the Axis. I think they have a high tension rate. I think it's probably 100% or something like that. Well, wow. I think this is the end for this particular stream for now. I'm gonna go offline and probably practice this for a little bit longer until I find out a way to do it and start up a stream while I'm able to accomplish it. I'll be back on later, probably about 2:30 Central Standard Time or so, and we're probably playing War Thunder or World of Tanks to World of Warship or something like that. Alright, take it easy.